Hi, I'm Nancy Martinez. I'm the Director of the Independent Retail Customer Channel and Marketing here at LenBuschRoses. Welcome to LBR Talks, where we share tidbits on business and leadership to help you elevate and enhance your business. So today, I'm pretty excited to share with you my conversation I had with Sarah Mua, our social media specialist here at LenBuschRoses. Now, Sarah has a lot of education and experience in social media, so she kind of pares it down to help you if you've never started or if you want to help elevate your social media presence. So she gives some really good insights. Let's go watch my conversation with Sarah. Hi, I'm Nancy and I'm your host at LBR Talks. Welcome. Today we have from behind our camera to in front of the camera our social media specialist, Sarah Mua.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us and being our guest today, Sarah.
Thank you for having me on.
You bet. I was excited because Sarah does such a great job with our social media and really elevated what we've done here at LenBuschRoses that I asked her to kind of like pare it down and give some really simple but meaty basics on social media that could hopefully help you if you have never done it, or if you are doing it and want to maybe also elevate it like Sarah's done for us. So I think the best place to start is with the why. So
Yeah.
why we do social media?
Absolutely. There's a couple things. Is marketing in general is something that everybody needs to do. So why not use a platform that is free? So it's cost effective, and you get high results because you're reaching a ton of people, more people than you probably could have give and take 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely 10 years ago. And you have quality content because it's literally your stuff that you're doing that very day, that very week. That's what your customers want.
So it's like real-time content. Yeah.
It's as real time as you want it to be.
Sure. Okay. All right, so let's talk about that content a little bit. What would be some good stuff to put on our social media that would interest our customers?
So there's 3 things that in any type of communication is audio, and then visual, and the written word. One thing that we focus on, and one thing that actually all platforms really are pushing, is video.
Yeah.
Video is, I wrote it here, simply put, videos get more exposure and engagement because it keeps the attention longer than a photo. There's a personality that's talking literally to you or showing you something, right? Versus a photo, you see something pretty and then you scroll on.
Now you're really good at mixing this up though. So I mean, not just having one type of content. How important is that?
I would say very important. If all you're doing is pumping out videos that are really long, if that's your thing, then it's great. But adding a photo in there so that people can see, just at a short glance, what you're doing, because everybody's time is different.
Gotcha. So when someone has a little more time, they can engage in a video that you post. Otherwise, for people who are scrollers like me, at times it's just great to have an awesome photo.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's simple to just get inspired by a photo, and sometimes that's all people are wanting.
Sure, especially in our industry, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so different types of content, visual, audio, photo, written word, thank you. And what about what's within the content, like topics?
So I actually asked this on the LBR Floral community.
Yeah.
I asked so what are your challenges on social media? And we had one person say, I just don't know what to put up, and I feel like I don't have enough time.
Okay.
And I think that's something that most people feel, like, I just don't know what to post. Like, what's important enough for me to post?
Yes.
A lot of the times, what you think is mundane is very interesting to your customers.
Give me some examples.
Sure. So, say say, this is my phone.
Yeah.
But your phone, just set it on a small tripod or even just lean it on something, right? And just film you creating your bouquet.
Yeah.
You know, like, I have Georgia do that, our lead designer. She does that all the time now, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
So what you're saying is even doing some video of you constructing and showing how you make a bouquet could be interesting to someone.
Absolutely.
Because it's kind of like behind the scenes. It's like what's
Yes,
behind the curtain.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like what's backstage of a concert. I'm always, things like that. People want to know what.
People pay extra to
That's
go
true.
behind the scenes.
That's true. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can share that with them, and it's interesting. And because it's interesting, they engage. When they engage, they purchase. I mean, it's all
you build
part
a
of.
rapport with them.
Yeah.
You get them excited where it's just like, I saw them make this specific bouquet. I want that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like me. I come from a film background. So whenever I watch behind the scenes, first off, if anybody said who wants to be in the backstage with me, I'd be like, yes, right here. But I would gladly sit for an hour watching how film sets are being done. It's the same kind of concept.
Sure.
Of somebody watching you make your bouquet. It's just like, that's amazing. They've got talent.
Yeah.
I know that they can make it because I watched them.
Yeah.
They
that's
know what
good.
they're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's very cool. So what can I don't know what to post. That's one really great way. What other ideas can we give them?
One thing that I learned from a floral shop up in Ely, Minnesota is something that I think is super effective, and it's so easy. All they did was set up their phones and went live on Facebook. And then they just did whatever they do during the day. And
so they were creating masterpieces, right?
Right. They were just making their bouquets, talking to people who came into the shop, and then they just kept doing their day.
Yeah.
And so many people who were on there were like, oh, what are you making? Oh, I'm going to come in and see what you're making. Oh, what's there? Or, just engaging with them on this Facebook. And it's so simple. Anybody can do it. So
that's great.
Yeah,
those are
simple.
two really good examples. And the other thing is showing what's new.
Yes,
right?
unboxing.
Unboxing, you call it. Okay.
Yeah.
So who doesn't want to see what's in the brand new package, what I'm going to be putting out right then and there live, right?
A really good strategy is you can have the box just showing and say, like, we're going to be doing every Monday an unboxing, and maybe have like a question mark on the box or something.
Oh, yeah, like it's a mystery.
Right, like, what's in the box? Put
Yeah.
in your guess or whatever.
Oh, fun.
And so you can have that. You're building interest, you're building engagement, you're building anticipation.
Yeah. And I think also that's a great point. It creates a sense of urgency for them to come get it because, hey, we got, a dozen of these beautiful celotias. They're the most gorgeous that I've seen in a long time. Look at how full and beautiful they are. We have 12, and then all of a sudden, it's like, and we're literally putting them out right now. How cool is that then that, people will come in just for that because they all of a sudden they have a need for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Okay. So we know now more what we can do. Keep it simple. And it's not like we have to do a lot of planning.
No.
We just need to do it, right?
And if you are a planner, Facebook has a scheduler.
Okay.
So Facebook can schedule for Facebook and for Instagram. So if you don't want to be doing this every single day, go ahead and batch your content. If you're going to be filming all day and you just creating a bunch of stuff, different bouquets, just film it all and schedule it out.
Let's go back to a couple things you said. You mentioned Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
Two most important to be on right now for this industry, or which we target?
I think it's the two that are most heavily used for florists here in the Midwest that I've seen.
Okay.
These two are good for you to get your foot in, and then you can move forward to any others. So And then you don't feel as overwhelmed either.
Right.
So.
Okay, so 2 platforms, pretty easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you also mentioned, and then you can do it, schedule it for Friday and Saturday. Like, how often really is realistic for people to post and get people to continue to be engaged and revisit?
Sure. What is recommended is once a day. Once a day, something, even if it's just a quote.
Sure.
If you feel like that's too much for you, it's okay. There's no one saying you have to do it for every single day. Feel free to do it, once a week, 3 times a week. I wouldn't do anything less than once a week, because showing up is half the battle. If you're not there, if you're not present on the social media platforms, then nobody's going to know who you are. They're not going to pay attention to you. They're going to forget about you.
Sounds like consistency is key.
Absolutely.
Okay, and that's really good. And if I would love to do it every day, but my main thing is I'm creating and I'm servicing my customers, what are some options for me to get help to do that?
One thing that you could do, this part is still you, is just block out an hour of that of your day, and just get it done. Just schedule it, at least one content a day. Remember, you don't need to say much, so keep it down to 1 sentence if you're feeling overwhelmed.
So 1 hour a day every day?
For a week.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 1 hour a week, and then schedule it out for the whole week during that 1 hour. Okay, yeah. Okay. That doesn't seem as unreasonable.
Right, and that's, if you're doing it just for the weekdays, that's just 5 pictures.
Okay.
Right? 5 pictures, once a week, you're done.
Yeah, I would think in smaller communities, contacting the high school. If you don't know any younger kids, I mean, there is so many people who have passion for it and are just super speedy and can get it done, and probably would be super reasonable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for the money, if you had to invest in it, the return. So let's talk about that. The return on it, because this is one of your avenues of marketing, can be really powerful.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You spoke at when we started that you're reaching many. So it's you putting forth the effort one time to reach many people, a lot of your potential customers. So yeah, definitely worth it. Definitely worth trying and getting on board if you're not on board, and doing some of the things that you talked about, the behind the scenes, that kind of stuff, the fun things that make people feel special because they watched it, that nobody else will see if they're just walking through the door, right? That they're engaging in a different way.
Yeah.
That's really good. If
you can create something, you can post it, and it's as simple as that.
You do make it sound simple.
It is.
Yes, good. Okay, so if we want to go on a deeper dive, is there some resources that you can share, or we can
for sure.
Link or something for people? Okay.
Yeah, I'll have this for you guys.
Tips
so
for
I
success.
made this little thing for you guys, and it'll be in a downloadable link. And I also have YouTube videos that I've watched and I've learned from for you guys as well. So.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
A bundle of resources. Great.
Absolutely.
Well, this is good. I really appreciate you coming on and being in front of the camera and sharing, so that people can do more of what you do for us every day. And I think Sarah's tips here are really good, and the resources that you'll give, this content here is really good. So thanks for tuning in. Thank you again, Sarah, for being here.
No problem.
And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that was really great. I really appreciate Sarah coming in front of the camera and sharing with you. She's got so much to share. Really loved the insight on just even taking your everyday and sharing it with your customers, giving them the behind the scenes and really bringing them into your business and helping that engagement. So I hope you take some of that with you. And as you know, I always have a quote. Today's is by David Alston. David says, social media is not media. The key is to listen, engage, and build relationships. And I think that's really what you want to do, is you want to help get that engagement, build those relationships with your customers, and create more of a community with your business. So just really great information. Sarah has, this will be posted down below in a link, so you can, again, go ahead and print the quote and post it and keep it in your forefront, as well as the key tips that Sarah put together for you and some other resources. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Please try. Just do one thing and then do one thing more and see what success you have. Until next time, thanks for joining us again. We'll see you.